800 CHAB is proud to present Ask the Expert. Here's Rob Carney.
Do you know what to do when you approach an emergency vehicle with the flashing lights on? Do you know what to do if an emergency vehicle is approaching you from behind with the flashing lights on? Many don't. So what do you do? Let's ask the expert, Greg Marcyniuk at Moose Jaw's Heritage Insurance. Greg, so very important for the safety of all motorists, but for the safety of our emergency response personnel, to be extra careful when you see those lights flashing.
Exactly, Rob. We all want to reach our destination safely when we're on the road, but the safety of others we encounter while we travel is just as important. In fact, on average in Saskatchewan in this past year, there were over 60 vehicle crashes involving an emergency vehicle, resulting in approximately 17 injuries. And prevention by following safety guidelines when meeting emergency vehicles can reduce the number of crashes and injuries. Now, drivers must slow down to 60 kilometers in highway constructions or orange zones when encountering emergency vehicles. Ambulances, fire trucks, and police vehicles, tow trucks stopped on their roadside and around snowplows in the winter, as we are encountering quite frequently right now. Now, here are some rules that apply specifically to meeting emergency vehicles on the road. The emergency vehicle always has the right of way when its siren and sounding and lights are flashing. Also, you must stop and let the emergency vehicle through at intersections. Now, if your vehicle is approached by an emergency vehicle with its lights or sirens activated, you are required to move as close to possible on the right side of the road or choose the nearest curb when driving on a one-way street. You should never enter the next intersection until the emergency vehicle has passed through, and the only exception to this is if a peace officer gives you the directions. If the emergency vehicle is stopped on the highway with its lights engaged, you must slow down to 60 kilometers when passing it, unless you are traveling in the opposite direction on a divided highway. Do not try to follow the emergency vehicles, as a lot of people I've seen in the past have done, or go near the emergency. These people have to be able to do their job. So next time you're on the road, keep your eyes peeled for emergency vehicles, tow trucks, and construction areas, and be prepared to slow down or move your vehicle out of the way as the situation requires. By following these basic traffic safety guidelines and reducing your speed to 60 kilometers, you'll make sure that everyone is safe on the road, including those counting on you to slow down and getting out of the way while they are doing their jobs.
I've seen it again and again and again. Emergency vehicles coming up behind private vehicles and nobody pulls over. And I've seen it again on the highway, too, where people don't slow down to 60 kilometers per hour or less. It's for your own safety, it's for everyone's safety, and it can save a hefty fine, too.
Well, it is definitely a hefty fine for you, demerit marks against you. And the biggest thing is, just think of you, if you were in a situation and if you were there in an emergency, you would want those emergency responders to be there as timely and as quickly as possible, because the quicker they get there, the more likely they are to save a life. So please take the time and take heed, pull over, let these people by, because they have a very important role in our community to provide.
You can find all your insurance needs online and these safety tips at Heritage Insurance here in Moose Jaw at the corner of First Avenue Northwest and Fairford Street. And we can go online, Greg.
Yes, we can go to nohassleiinsurance.ca. And also, don't forget, as far as for any of your motor license issuing, you can do that 24/7 online. Just go to the SGI online services on our website, and we'll be able to take care of you 24/7.
And that website again?
nohassleiinsurance.ca.
This has been Ask the Expert on 800 CHAB.